इंशाल्लाह हम पूरा ताउन करेंगे और आपसे भी पूरी मदद इंशाल्लाह लेंगे और अल्लाह ताला से दुआ करेंगे, अल्लाह कबूल करे और अल्लाह इसमें बरकत दे।
A designated terrorist sitting in Pakistan in conversation with the Valley's terror poster boy, Hizbul commander Burhan Wani, just days before he was killed by the Indian security forces. The duo promising to join hands to bleed India. India today has now accessed an audio tape of the Hafiz Saeed Burhan Wani phone call that exposes Pakistan's hand in Kashmir unrest.
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह दुश्मन पस्त हो गया है, तो इस मौके को अब नहीं गंवाना है, हमें कंटिन्यू रखना है। मतलब एक तो हमें अटैकिंग पॉलिसी रखनी है दुश्मन पर, इसके लिए वसाइल होने चाहिए पीछे से। अगर इंशाल्लाह हम मिलके काम करेंगे, दुजाना भाई से मेरी बात भी हुई जो यहाँ ज़िम्मेदार हैं लश्कर के, आपको तो पता ही होगा। तो मैंने सोचा अगर थोड़ा मतलब आपका ताउन चाहिए था बस।
Can India allow the envoy of Pakistani deceit to enter the country? Why invite Pakistan, which breeds and shields terror?
A big story on 11 Live is the telephonic conversation between India's most wanted terrorist Hafiz Saeed and Hizbul Valley commander Burhan Wani. Tapes that expose how Pakistan is breeding, actively backing and funding terrorists and anti-India activities. Intelligence agencies have now intercepted these conversations and we have scooped them for you. Listen in.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
वालेकुम सलाम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू। अस्सलाम वालेकुम व रहमतुल्लाह। जी कैसे हैं?
माशाल्लाह। बुरहान भाई बोल रहे हैं?
जी जी बुरहान भाई बोल रहे हैं। आप ठीक हैं?
अच्छा माशाल्लाह, अल्लाह का बहुत एहसान है जी, अल्लाह का बहुत शुक्र है। मुझे बड़ी खुशी हुई आपके साथ बात करके, बहुत ही खुशी हुई। अल्लाह ताला आपको बरकत दे, सआदत दे। रमज़ान में अल्लाह ताला आपको बहुत मौका दे इबादत करने का और अल्लाह अपने दीन की खिदमत करने का मौका दे। हम दुआएं करते हैं आपके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा और बहुत मोहब्बत रखते हैं आप लोगों से।
जज़ाकल्लाह जी, हमें भी बहुत आरज़ू थी, तमन्ना थी आपसे बात करने की। चलो आज अल्लाह ने कबूल फरमाई। आप बाकी आपकी सेहत ठीक है?
हाँ अल्लाह का शुक्र है, बस ठीक जा रहा हूँ अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, अल्लाह का बहुत एहसान है। तो आप मुश्किल हालात में हैं हम जानते हैं, लेकिन आपने परेशान नहीं होना। इंशाल्लाह हम आपके साथ खड़े हैं और बिल्कुल मुकम्मल जो भी आपको चाहिए आप हमें कहें, इंशाल्लाह ताला हम हर खिदमत के लिए हाजिर हैं और इंशाल्लाह मुकम्मल आपके साथ और हमेशा आपके साथ इंशाल्लाह। अल्लाह ताला आपको बरकत दे, अल्लाह ताला जल्द ये मकसद हमारा हमें अता फरमा दे और
आमीन।
ये दुश्मन की साजिशें अल्लाह ताला नाकाम कर दे। हम दुआएं करते हैं इंशाल्लाह और काम भी जो भी करना है इंशाल्लाह सब करेंगे अल्लाह के फजल से।
इंशाल्लाह करेंगे, बस आप बुजुर्गों की दुआ होनी चाहिए। चलो आज तो हमारी तौबा कबूल हो गई कि हम नाचीज़ों को भी आपसे बात करने का मौका मिला।
हाँ नहीं आप तो हमारे बहुत प्यारे हैं माशाल्लाह। आप लोग तो बहुत काम कर रहे हैं, बहुत माशाल्लाह आपकी कुर्बानियाँ मेहनतें हम यानी आपकी खबरें मुझे मिलती रहती हैं हमेशा। माशाल्लाह जिस तरह आपने काम किया वो भाई मुझे बताते रहते हैं और मैं बहुत खुश हूँ अल्लाह के फजल से। और हमारे सारे भाई आप लोगों से बहुत खुश हैं माशाल्लाह।
जी बस यही कहना था, मतलब जो लश्कर वाले हैं ना, मतलब आज इनका थोड़ा सामान और ये जो पैसे वैसे थोड़ा मतलब आते ही नहीं है ज़्यादा। तो मैं सोच रहा था इसकी वजह क्या है। अगर उनका थोड़ा नेटवर्क लूज़ है तो मैं इंशाल्लाह मतलब मदद कर सकता हूँ, मेरे पास सोर्स है उतना।
ठीक इंशाल्लाह हम पूरा ताउन करेंगे और आपसे भी पूरी मदद इंशाल्लाह लेंगे और अल्लाह ताला से दुआ करेंगे, अल्लाह कबूल करे और अल्लाह इसमें बरकत दे।
आमीन। अब मसला ये ना, जो मतलब इस टाइम जो तहरीक को एक नया रुझान मिला है, इस टाइम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह दुश्मन पस्त हो गया है, तो इस मौके को अब नहीं गंवाना है, हमें कंटिन्यू रखना है। मतलब एक तो हमें अटैकिंग पॉलिसी रखनी है अब दुश्मन पर, इसके लिए वसाइल होने चाहिए पीछे से। अगर इंशाल्लाह हम मिलके काम करेंगे, दुजाना भाई से मेरी बात भी हुई जो यहाँ ज़िम्मेदार हैं लश्कर के, आपको तो पता ही होगा। तो میں نے سوچا اگر تھوڑا مطلب آپ کا تعاون چاہیے تھا، بس انشاءاللہ ہم دشمن کو جلد یہاں سے باہر نکالیں گے.
تعاون بے گا اللہ کے فضل سے. اور میرا سب بھائیوں کو سلام کہہ دینا اور سب بہنوں کو سلام. ماشاءاللہ سب ایک ہی مقصد کے لیے کام کر رہے ہیں. آپ کو سلام کہنا اور دعاؤں کے لیے کہنا، اور میں سب کے لیے دعائیں کر رہا ہوں. سب کے لیے ہم دعائیں کر رہے ہیں اللہ سے.
جزاک اللہ. جی بس یہی کہنا تھا کہ اگر تھوڑا مطلب آپ کی طرف سے تھوڑا اور تعاون ہو لشکر والوں کو بھی، تو اگر اس کے لیے کوئی بھی مطلب ہمارے لیے کوئی حکم ہو تو ہم سب کچھ کر سکتے ہیں انشاءاللہ، ان کی مدد کر سکیں. وہ ہمارے بھائی ہیں اور ہمارا دشمن بھی ایک ہے اور مقصد بھی ہمارا ایک ہی ہے.
بہت شکریہ. ٹھیک ہے انشاءاللہ.
باقی جو بھائی کہہ رہے تھے وہ کہہ رہے تھے کہ ہمیں بھی بات کرنی ہے. وہ نا لشکر والے کہہ رہے تھے کہ مطلب انہوں نے تو یہ نہیں بتایا کہ آپ ان سے بات کرتے ہو یا آپ کا ان سے رابطہ ہے، نہ ان کو پتہ ہی ہے. تو وہ کہہ رہے تھے ہمیں کبھی موقع ہی نہیں ملتا حافظ صاحب کے ساتھ بات کرنے کا.
ہاں نہیں، میں نے تو بس آپ سے بات کی. میں
جی
اکثر رات بس پیغام ملا تو میں نے کہا ٹھیک ہے میں آپ سے بات کروں گا انشاءاللہ. باقی انشاءاللہ آپ ان سے رابطے رکھیں، وہ ہمارے پاس ہیں ساری معلومات. اللہ
جی ان کے ساتھ رابطہ ہے انشاءاللہ ہمارا، وہ رہے گا انشاءاللہ.
ٹھیک ہے انشاءاللہ. اچھا جی، السلام علیکم ورحمۃ اللہ.
وعلیکم السلام ورحمۃ اللہ.
I'm joined by India Today's executive editor Gaurav Sawant for more on this. Gaurav, what does this conversation between Burhan Wani and Hafiz Saeed indicate?
This audio conversation is evidence Burhan Wani was no Robin Hood. He was no social media warrior. He was a dreaded, hardcore Hizbul Mujahideen terrorist who picked up a gun and was waging war against India. He was working in tandem with the Lashkar-e-Taiba. This conversation very clearly shows that he was telling Hafiz Mohammad Saeed, a designated global terrorist and the founder of Lashkar-e-Taiba and the mastermind of 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks, that Hizbul Mujahideen was willing to take orders from the Lashkar-e-Taiba to target Indian security forces in Jammu and Kashmir. So this is damning evidence that the security forces were absolutely right in neutralizing him after giving him several opportunities to surrender, to give up the gun.
Gaurav, there is clear Pakistan link in this, and Heart of Asia conference begins in Amritsar tomorrow. What will India's message be to Pakistan? And there is obviously no bilateral talks between the two countries, but what will India be looking at tomorrow?
Sartaj Aziz, advisor to Pakistan's Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif on Foreign Affairs, is coming to India, here to Amritsar for Heart of Asia conference. The main focus is rebuilding Afghanistan and also counter-terrorism. And here, Pakistan stands completely isolated in Asia. Both India and Afghanistan have hit out at Pakistan-sponsored terror. Terrorists trained, armed, funded and launched by Pakistan's ISI have targeted India, Indian interests in Afghanistan and also Afghan security forces, because ISI and Pakistan Army are still looking for that strategic depth in Afghanistan. They want Afghanistan to be their backyard, their vassal state, which a very proud Afghanistan refuses to do. So here Sartaj Aziz will be very isolated. One, there is no bilateral with India, that the Ministry of External Affairs has made it very clear that terror and talks cannot happen simultaneously. And two, both India and Afghanistan will counter Pakistan on Pakistan-sponsored terror. So it is in Pakistan's interest to abandon the path of terror in India and in Afghanistan for genuine development in South Asia.
Well, you're absolutely right, Gaurav. It is in Pakistan's interest to abandon terror. Well, shifting focus, we will now focus on what the key takeaways are. We heard the conversation between Burhan Wani and 2611 mastermind Hafiz Saeed. Let's now take a look at what are the key takeaways, and our correspondent Jugal Purohit will break it down for you.
Now, the taped conversation between Hafiz Saeed of the Lashkar-e-Taiba or the Jamaat-e-Dawa in Pakistan and Burhan Wani, said to be a martyr for their cause. A terrorist in India is out. India Today has access that tape, and let me quickly run you through what emerges as the main important points from that particular taped conversation that we've been able to access. First and foremost, the two are actually vowing a joint effort against India. The Lashkar-e-Toiba and the Hizbul Mujahideen, of which Burhan Wani was a commander, have pledged to undertake a joint operation against India. They've promised all supplies of weapons and other, of course, for their effort. They've promised to do whatever it takes to make sure that the effort turns into a reality. Burhan Wani, by conversing and in that way with Hafiz Saeed, also tells you that he's actually taking orders from a man who's been designated as a global terrorist. And if you can see out here, this is what they're talking about. Pakistan aided and then praised terrorist Wani. So it's a mutual admiration club of sorts, where Burhan Wani has been seen taking orders from a terrorist, and of course the mutual praise doesn't end there. There's undeniable proof then of Pakistan's hand in ensuring that Kashmir remains on the boil. And this particular evidence does tell you that in terms of his operations, in terms of his orientation, Burhan Wani in fact was taking orders from none less than the man responsible for the Mumbai attacks of 2008 and of course all the actions subsequently.
Thank you so much for that update, Jugal. India Today's executive editor Gaurav Sawant spoke exclusively to former Army Chief General Bikram Singh over the Burhan Wani conversation with wanted terrorist Hafiz Saeed. Let's listen in.
I have always maintained that Burhan Wani was a terrorist. There should be no doubt in anybody's mind. As long as the population is there with a terrorist, you will find that it is very difficult to neutralize him. But apparently in this particular case, when he was cornered, finally, I suppose various influential people were not able to interfere. The army took on the case and went ahead and neutralized him. But I'm also told that he was given adequate chance in terms of surrendering, because I know very well, having been corps commander there, that when the force is used, the army, with regard to own terrorists, mind you, if it's a Pakistani terrorist, we are ruthless in using force. But when it comes to own indigenous terrorists, security forces invariably give an early warning to the terrorists that you please surrender, otherwise you're going to die. And I'm told this was done. Despite that, when he didn't surrender, he was finally neutralized, and he was taken on.
But what is very disturbing, General, is the fact that Pakistan's Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, he claims he wants peace with India. But Nawaz Sharif raised Burhan Wani's issue at the United Nations General Assembly, well knowing that his terrorists, his army, his ISI was funding terrorists like Burhan Wani and funding this unrest in Jammu and Kashmir. There is evidence of that, General Bikram Singh. You well know that, sir.
No, I'm with you, Gaurav. You see, it's very sad that the Prime Minister of Pakistan had to take up this case in the United Nations and make such an issue of this, very well knowing, if you ask me frankly, I'm sure he knew very well that this gentleman was a terrorist. I mean, you know, Hafiz Saeed would have informed the ISI. ISI knows about it. The government in Punjab would have known about it. The national government in Pakistan would have known about it. But it was, of course, it was one issue which was being used as a trigger to create mayhem, to create that civil disobedience kind of movement in Jammu and Kashmir. It was being leveraged from that point of view. And I'm glad that finally everything has come out and it's been absolutely clarified by this video of yours which you got hold of. And I think hats off to your channel. You've done this. At least the nation today knows about it. And so does United Nations, the international community and Pakistan. That this guy was a dreaded terrorist.
General Bikram Singh, there is no bilateral between India and Pakistan, but what is that one signal that India should send to Pakistan after this conversation is now public?
Well, Gaurav, I think the signal that must go across is that we are not going to take any nonsense anymore. And I think that has been very aptly demonstrated by our surgical strikes across the line of control.
Well, the tapes now expose the real reason why Pakistan has been lavishing praise on slain Hizbul commander Burhan Wani. Pakistan has repeatedly extended support to Wani, referring to him as a martyr and a Kashmiri youth leader after he was killed by Indian security forces on 8 July. The latest one being on October 5th this year at a joint parliament session when Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif called Wani the son of Kashmiri soil. Considered to be a most wanted terrorist globally, Jamaat-ud-Dawa chief Hafiz Saeed had similar praise for Wani. In the month of July itself, in multiple rallies, Hafiz Saeed hailed Burhan Wani and repeatedly called him a martyr.
बुरहान वानी की शहादत हुई, 3 लाख कश्मीरी उसके जनाजे के लिए निकले। कुछ जानते आप कौन है वो जिसको कश्मीरियों ने अपने कंधों पर उठाया हुआ है और वो क़यादत कर रहा है? वो लश्कर-ए-तैयबा का अमीर है, वो लश्कर-ए-तैयबा का अमीर है।
India has been saying that Pakistan's political establishment promotes terror, and now their own top judge has confirmed what India had been saying for years, and the international community suspected for long. The top judge slammed Pakistani politicos for stop shielding terror groups. Yet terror masters like Hafiz Saeed and Syed Salahuddin roam free and fearless. On 19th of September, Pakistan Chief Justice Anwar Zahir Jamali expressed his disappointment over the political parties within the country openly supporting terrorism for their own interests. He also lashed out at lawmakers, saying that terrorists were targeting courts in Pakistan in order to instill fear among lawyers and judges. Alright, we're getting some breaking news. Reports have come in that gunshots were heard near Chansher village of Kulgam district in Jammu and Kashmir. The area was soon cordoned off. Security forces have said that they have an input of 2 terrorists hiding in a house. Jammu and Kashmir Police, Army and the CRPF are engaged in a joint operation. We're also getting reports that a civilian has succumbed to his injuries during the firing. More details are awaited. I'm joined by Srinagar Bureau Chief Ashraf Wani. Ashraf, what's the latest? Are these gunshots still being heard?
So far, no gunshots are being heard. There is a outer cordon of the village and the operation has been suspended due to the night and due to the freezing temperatures in the area. But so far, as you mentioned, one civilian has been killed in the crossfire. He has been identified as Asadullah Kumar, a local government employee. It is not clear whether he died in the crossfire or he was shot by anyone other's fire. But for one person succumbed to injuries who got bullets in a crossfire in the village. But as I said, the operation has been suspended for the night. The outer ring of the cordon is on, and tomorrow probably with the first flight, search operations in the village will start again.
All right, thank you so much, Ashraf, for that update. In one of the first public appearances, Pakistan's newly appointed Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa raked up the Kashmir issue. While addressing the Pakistani troops for the first time after being appointed as the new Army Chief, Bajwa alluded to an aggressive stance over cross-border tensions. He briefed over the security situation in the line of control and appreciated the Pakistan retaliation during ceasefire violations and threatened to intensify firing along the LOC. 57-year-old General Bajwa took over the command of the army on Tuesday at a ceremony in Rawalpindi from General Raheel Sharif, who retired on November 29th. The Burhan Wani tapes have exposed Pakistan's dirty Kashmir game. The big question is, should India now stop Pakistan's Prime Minister advisor Sartaj Aziz from visiting India for the Heart of Asia conference? The Shiv Sena has gone one step ahead and asked that the invitation to terror-sponsor Pakistan must be withdrawn.
The Shiv Sena is intensifying its anti-Pakistan stance, asking the government to shut all doors for Pakistani nationals. Announcing in no uncertain terms that it will not allow Pakistan Prime Minister's advisor Sartaj Aziz to visit India for the Heart of Asia conference on Sunday, declaring to push a private member's bill to declare Pakistan a terror state.
They should disinvite.
It has been done by the government also.
They should disinvite immediately Pakistan. If they want to peacefully conduct it, they should disinvite them now. I have decided to move a bill stating that instead of considering Pakistan as the most favored state, we should declare Pakistan as a terrorist state.
Bilateral talks are not on the agenda during the Heart of Asia conference, But Pakistan-sponsored terror and enhancing security are expected to dominate the two-day meet.
For the Heart of Asia Ministerial Conference meeting in Amritsar, that we have not received any request from Pakistan for a bilateral meeting. India has always been open to talks, but obviously it cannot be that talks take place in an atmosphere of continued terrorism.
The India-Pakistan bonhomie generated after Prime Minister Modi's Lahore pit stop came to an abrupt halt on 2nd January after the terror strike on the Pathankot airbase. And 2016 has witnessed an escalation of tensions on the border and in terror attacks on India, right up to the twin Chamlial and Nagrota attacks on Tuesday.
Pakistan is a country which has a long record of carrying out cross-border terrorism, which it regards as an instrument of policy.
As India salutes its martyrs, the echo is strong and clear. There can be no talks while terror rears its ugly head to bite our heroes. With Supriya Bharadwaj, Bureau Report, India Today.
With that, it's a wrap on 11 Live. Stay tuned to India Today because up next is our entertainment show In The Club.